Shout out to BWB, man. BWB. Shout out to BWB, man. You know what I'm saying? Bandwagon Buffs, man. Shout out to Bandwagon Buffs. Thank y'all for coming. BWB, baby. Shout out to TLP Sports Club, baby.
Buff Nation, what up? BWB, my bandwagon Buffs. What it is, what it does, and what it's gonna be. It's your man's Harry Billion. Family, welcome to the Liberian Perspective. Please do me a favor and smash that subscribe button. Make sure to give me the thumbs up. And don't forget to smash that bell notification so that you can get the videos as soon as I upload them to YouTube. And don't forget to cop your BWB merch and rep the most educated, well-informed, least delusional fan base there is in all, and I mean all, of college football. Don't buy the hype, buy BWB. Bandwagon Buffs. Okay, family, I gotta go ahead and get into this video right now, so that's all the business I got. You know what time it is. Let's work. Can somebody please explain to me why these other coaches have such a vast interest in what Coach Prime is doing over there at Colorado? You're saying that he has the worst roster, and you're saying that he's not going to win. If that was the case, then y'all would just be quiet in your little corners laughing and not saying anything. But the fact that you're putting it out there in public really suggests that you are afraid that he might actually win, because he's on record telling you guys that he's going to win. The fact that everybody is coming against Coach Prime, it just goes to show that Coach Prime is going to do what he says he's going to do. So BWB, let's go ahead and go to the article. Now I want to give you guys who should be starting. We are going to Colorado Buffaloes Wire, that usatoday.com. This one is called Summer Edition, predicting Colorado football's 2023 offensive starters. And this one is by my guy, Tony Casolo. Tony, what up, man? So I've had this article for a while now. This one was written June 26th. All right, so Tony starts off with, back in February, I took a crack at predicting the starters on the offensive side of the ball for the Colorado Buffalo team. That was back when the Buffs have far fewer incoming transfers, and now with more than 50 transfers dotting their roster, it's time to take another shot at it. Colorado's offense should take a massive step forward this year under new offensive coordinator Sean Lewis. Head coach Deion Sanders' staff has added highly rated talent who saw the field plenty with their former squads. The Buffs even saw some of their holdovers from last year turn heads in spring ball. Here is a summer look at who I predict will be suiting up as starters for the Buffalo's offense in 2023. All right, we're going to have a little bit of fun with this one as we go over the list. I want you to go to the comments and tell me, yes, I agree, or no, I don't agree. All right, if you think somebody else is going to start, just let me know in the comments, and then put a name to who you think is going to start. We're going to start at the quarterback position. The quarterback is obviously going to be Shedeur Sanders. That's who we think is going to start. An easy holdover from our spring predictions. Shedeur Sanders looked sharp during the spring game and will be the leader of the offense heading into 2023. That is obvious. I think everybody in the world will agree to that. Coach Prime did not bring Shedeur out here with his accurate arm to have him on the bench, okay? Shedeur is definitely a good quarterback. Not that he's just a coach's son. He's really a good quarterback. Moving on to our running back. All right, so this one was a late addition. We have Charlie Alfredo. We have other running backs on that squad. Alton McCaskill, the fourth. I believe his dad is the third. If I'm not mistaken, I believe his dad followed me back on Twitter. So Dad, if you are listening, Mr. McCaskill the third, I would love an interview with you, because hopefully I'll get some of these players to interview them. I'm going to take a different approach. Most people talk primarily football, but I want to get into the mind of the person, understanding a parent's perspective. What do parents go through when you have an elite child? I just want to have a conversation with one of these parents who have their child playing for Coach Prime and just see what it's like. If there's any parents out there that are watching this video, if your child is on the team and you wouldn't mind talking to me, you can email me at hottipsfortlpsports@gmail.com. For any of the constituents, any of you guys who knows any of these parents, or if you guys can please share my email with any of these parents or guardians or anybody close to these players, to these young men, I would love to interview some of these parents or guardians. All right, so what is Otto's write-up? He's going to be automatic. That's why they call him Otto. A new face in the starting lineup. Alton McCaskill IV was a huge post-spring pickup. The former Houston Justin Cougar is coming off an ACL injury, but is a dynamic two-way performer. You can go to his YouTube channel. Let's blow up his YouTube channel. The benefits of having these YouTube channels is to actually help these kids to secure NIL deals, because the bigger your YouTube channel, the bigger your following, it entices these companies to give you some type of incentive, want to sign some type of contract with you and give you some spending money. That spending money, even if you don't need it, you're on scholarship, you can always provide money for your family, you know, something to just help them get going. So these YouTube channels, especially when people have interest in you, it's just more so like what you're going to be doing on Saturdays anyway. You're going to be on TV, you're going to be answering questions, you're going to be engaging with the media. Just think about it like that. Don't let these people make money off of you. You can establish yourself and make money off of your own name, image, and your likeness. That's what they're doing. That's what all of us are doing anyway. But you can get ahead of that and make some of this money yourself. You will own your content. There's some of that stuff could be licensed. Some of your content could be licensed. You see how highly interested we all are for your footage or for information from you? You got to find a way to start branding your content. People out here, they're going to use you anyway, so you might as well start doing it yourself. That's just some advice to some of these players. All right, so we are moving on to the wide receiver position, which is Travis Hunter. This one is half and half. I don't know if I totally agree with Travis Hunter being a starter at wide receiver, especially if he's going to be a starter at DB. I don't think that he'll be gassed, but he won't be as fresh as those people who are not playing on the defensive line, especially if you have a fresh set of legs that are on the sidelines. I don't know that you should start him. I would say let him come off the bench, let him catch his breath a little bit, and then send him in with some fresh set of legs. Build the confidence of another player. This is just my thing. The starting position is a confidence builder. That means I trust you. If there is just as capable of a wide receiver as Travis Hunter, let that person start in the wide receiver position. Don't give it to Travis Hunter, because we need to start building confidence in the other players. Let Travis Hunter come off the bench, give him some rest, but don't let him be a starter. I do not agree to this one. Let me know what you think about Travis Hunter starting at the wide receiver spot. What is his write-up? I will admit that I was leery of how much he would play on the offensive side of the ball. I knew he had the ability, but I figured the coaches would have him focus on defense. That's why Hunter was not a starter in my last predictions. I now promise to never doubt Hunter again. He looks like a star wide receiver and will be a starter for the team this fall. I think as far as when it comes to body management and it comes to load management and player management, I would say don't start him. All right, we're moving right along to the next wide receiver position, which is Jimmy Horn Jr. This one is an easy choice. Jimmy Horn Jr., he is the speedster. If he's not one of the fastest players in the Pac-12, he will be one of the fastest players in all of college football. If you doubt me, wait till you see on Saturdays. I'm not going to argue with you. You'll see for yourself on Saturdays for real. Another holdover from my spring predictions, Horn has impressed since he stepped foot on campus. All right, guys, so we are moving right along to Javon Antonio. Let's see what Twitter got for us. Get it. All right, more highlight. Get it. Okay. Where we at? Oh, let's go back to small screen. I'm only recording a portion of my screen, so if I go full screen, you will not be able to see the whole thing. So I'm going to keep it right in that window so you can see the highlights. YouTube, I'm using this in fair use. So YouTube, please don't cancel this video. This is fair use, YouTube. You see that highlight you're watching right now, the highlights? This boy can catch, man. This boy's a wide receiver. He is a pure-blooded wide receiver. Oh, okay. Now my guys over there at Life and Football, they posted this on Twitter. My guy Tony Casolo is using Life and Football tweet in this article. All right, so shout out to another creator, Life and Football. I wasn't joking when I praised Antonio earlier this month, and I'm calling my shot now. He's a huge wide receiver who gives me Brandon Marshall vibes with his ability to catch the ball in traffic and play physical at the line of scrimmage. This wide receiver spot would be up for grabs, but I see Antonio coming down with it to start the season. All right, so who do we believe is going to be starting at tight end? Tight end, Louis Passarello. Welcome to the starting unit, Louis Passarello. The big tight end out of California has not yet seen the field much for the Buffs in his first few seasons, but his hard work this offseason is paying off because he has taken a strong hold on the tight end position and will be on the field a lot for the Buffalo's offense on both running and passing downs. All right, Louis, so wishing you well. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, you lock down that starting position, because that is definitely a confidence booster to start. When you are the starter, man, that boosts your confidence. All right. right, so the right tackle is going to be Savion Washington. You see Savion Washington right there is the number 78 guy. That's a tall boy. He's a big guy. Mount Washington was one of the players who I was most excited about coming to the Buffs this offseason, and he remains a likely starter. Savion is a beast, man. Savion is a monster for sure. All right, so at the right guard position, we have Tyler Brown. So guys, don't forget, please let me know if you follow the team closely, you know about these positions and you think that these people are right for these positions, you let me know. The big guard has become a leader for the Buffalo's O-line and has held on to his starting job as well. So I think the last time we did this starting position, I think Van Wells was still the center. So it seems like Van Wells is definitely going to be the center. The PFF freshman All-American has been a workout partner of Shedeur Sanders this offseason, and the report could produce big things for the Buffs. Do your thing, man. You got to protect that boy because we got big things coming. All right, so at left guard, we're going to have Landon Beebe. I believe Landon Beebe was part of the 8 players that need to be talked about more from the video that I just did. Tony says, I still like Beebe to line up at the left guard spot opposite Brown once the season kicks off. Moving on to our next position at left tackle, we have Gerard Christian Lichtenhan. What did Tony say about Gerard? Tank will see the field a lot for the Buffs as the tackle took a step forward last season in becoming a dependable blindside blocker for the team. Our bonus is going to be Alejandro Mata as place kicker. From the looks of it at the spring game, there will be a competition at kicker between Mata and Jace Feely. I will stick with Mata for now. Definitely Mata is a nice kicker. The speed is much faster at Power 5. They're going to be getting at that ball a lot faster. I definitely want to know how quickly Mata is able to get to that ball and let it off. So the line is going to have to do a great job of holding back the rushers. We're going to have to get that ball off a lot quicker. The dude is almost automatic. For those of you who don't know Jace Feely, his dad was a kicker in the NFL. But the great thing about this list is that we get more insight about the players. We get to understand who the players are. I wanted to give you this starters list because a lot of people don't know. A lot of people may watch the videos, but they don't keep up with the everyday ins and outs like a lot of us do. So I'm going to leave it right there. I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for your constant support. Guys, you know who I am. I'm Harry B. And that right there was the Liberian Perspective. That's TLP Sports Club. Blah.